It may look Scottish, but it could just be a giant bloody arse. Yes, it's the referendum, the vote in which you get to decide whom you are going to relinquish power. And tonight, we're going to help you make up your brains. Is the independence vote going to show Scotland as finally putting bitterness, anger and Paul Coya behind it? Or reveal us as nothing more than a nation of porridge-filled, kilt-wearing, moaning bastards? We'll be guiding you through all the issues and questions in the countdown to the referendum, looking at the many benefits as well as the negative side, such as voter apathy.
Why is it that here in Scotland we can put a needle in a vein, but can't put a piece of paper in a box? Questions like, can Scotland afford to financially support itself as an independent nation? With plummeting North Sea oil revenues, the country's major export is now heart attacks. These cargo vessels carry up to 10,000 heart attacks out of Scotland each week. But with rising healthcare standards, will these also one day run out? However, there are other energy initiatives, such as the Large Bagpipe Collider, and plans by the Scottish Government to carry out genetic engineering programmes to grow more female entrepreneurs.
But first, one of the most shocking and unreported news stories of the run-up to the independence vote, and a tragedy that has been largely unseen by the outside world. The most notable element missing so far from the referendum has been the complete lack of comedic satire from Scotland's broadcasters. This has led to a humanitarian disaster on an almost unimaginable scale. It's a saltire satire shitstorm!
With the introduction of government programmes such as Jobbies, it can be easy to understand why some Scots would want to break away from Westminster. Scotland has often been the testing ground for unpopular government policies. Some Scots, however, are finding Jobbies very hard to swallow.
But there is some good news. Last month, Guantanamo Bay prisoners announced that they'd be going on satire strike.
Awan Benghazi has gone without watching an episode of The Daily Show for 2 months. He has now been put into solitary confinement and satire boarded.
So how bad is the Scottish satire crisis? Well, last week, the Scottish Parliament announced that the crisis was so bad, it started importing satire from abroad, mainly from Mexico.
By its nature, Mexican politics is inherently f***ing hilarious. There is a massive surplus of satire in the Latin American country, and as this infographic clearly shows, Scotland is lagging behind even North Korea.
Either way, the independence question is one that all of Scotland knows is too important to ignore. It will affect every single one of our lives, and is a chance for the rest of the world to hear our voice.
People of Scotland and your wives, we are the Real No campaign, the Anti-Highland Cow Brigade. From this day on, and every day until the vote, we will blow up one of your... Oh, Quentin! Don't drop it! You'll kill us both! Right, you thistle-sniffing jocks, until you vote to stay part of this union, and...
To hear our voice. And in a few months' time, the rest of the world will hear that voice. From the 28% of us that can actually be to go out and vote. And when that happens, we'll be there. Good night. May your braw wee bawbells bring you hoogte.